Most traders think they lose on the stock they pick. But a lot of times they actually lose on the field. You saw the setup, you clicked, but by the time your order went through, the price moved. You got in higher than you wanted, or you got out lower than you wanted, and the trade that should have worked did not. That is not a strategy problem, that is an execution problem. And nobody makes videos about it because this is the boring work. Every single day trader I know runs the same platform with almost the exact same layout and the same 4 buttons. And in this video, I'm going to show you all of it. My actual screens, the actual buttons, and in the correct order I use. My name is Andrew and I've been a day trader for the past 6 years. My first year in the market back in 2020, I turned a little over $25,000 into 6 figures. Since then, I helped run one of the biggest small cap trading communities out there. I've trained thousands of traders in a group setting and helped hundreds of students one-on-one. So I have watched a lot of people execute. Now today is all about execution. Buttons, order types, fields, that is the whole video. Now once your execution is clean, you're going to need a strategy that actually has an edge. And my belief is if you don't have a strategy that is backed by historical data, then you are gambling. And after trading thousands of students over the past 6 years, there are a lot of traders out there who just gamble all their money away. That is why for the past 15 months, I have backtested over 4,100 small cap trades. I tracked all the ones that worked and the ones that did not. Out of all of that, only 5 setups have held true. And those 5 setups have averaged around a 65 to 70% win rate over the past 15 months. Let's get your execution correct and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Everything that I found in the data gets broken down right here on this channel. And if you want help executing with a very high level of service with one-on-one attention instead of being in a big group, I take on a limited number of traders one-on-one. If you are a day trader with over $10,000 in your account and you care about speed and you would prefer to learn things a lot faster and you enjoy a one-on-one setting instead of watching thousands of YouTube videos, then my one-on-one program could be a great fit. The link is down in the description if you want to learn more. Now let's jump into the execution. There are 3 versions of Webull: the phone app, the browser version, and the desktop app. If you are a long-term investor buying and holding, then the phone app and browser version is fine. You are not making decisions within seconds. If you are day trading, scalping, or getting in and out of stocks within minutes, the phone app and the browser version are not built for what you are doing. Both of those are very limited. You do not get the same order tools and you do not get the speed. Every day trader I know uses the desktop app. Not a single one of them trades from their phone. And that is not an opinion I'm selling you, that is just what I see. If you decide to try and day trade from the browser or from the phone, just know you are competing against other day traders like myself who are getting faster execution and more tools to get in and out of stocks faster. Head over to Google, type in Webull desktop download, click the first link, and grab the Windows version or the Mac version and download it. It takes 2 minutes. If you are watching this and you're still using the phone app or the browser version, pause the video right here and go download it. The rest of this video will not make sense otherwise, because half of these buttons I'll be going over do not exist where you're currently trading at. Once that is installed, this is what my screen looks like. I have charts in the top left hand corner, news, profile, top gainers, classic trade, and turbo trader, and a few other widgets. That is it. That is the entire workspace. Now, every one of these has a job. The top gainers list will tell me exactly what is moving today. The news will tell me why the stock is moving. The chart will tell me the correct levels to play. And turbo trader and classic trade are how I actually get in and out. I have a full video on building this layout from scratch and I will link to it, but I do not want to send you away in the middle of this one. So here's the speed version of the turbo trader setup because that is the one that matters most for today. Open up your turbo trader settings by right-clicking on turbo trader and clicking here, or going to the gear icon in the top right hand corner. Once you click on that, you will see this pop up. I want you to go underneath stocks and turn on 2 buttons. One is buy at ask and the other is sell at bid. Make sure both of these have a blue check mark beside them. For buy at ask, you're going to make sure order type is set to limit. And for quantity, we're going to set our default position sizing. You could do this by going into every stock with a certain number of shares, or you can do a percentage of your portfolio, or you can do a dollar amount. Every trader that I know uses dollar amount. So if you are trading with a portfolio over $10,000 and you want to go in with a $1,000 position, you type in 1,000 and now this will be your default setting. Then down here, come to extended hours and make sure this is turned on to yes. Next up, click on sell at bid. Order type is limit and quantity is 100%. When you click sell at bid and you have 100% as your default setting, it will sell 100% of your position. For extended hours, make sure you turn that on to yes. And that is the piece that makes everything after this work. If you take nothing else from this video, take that. Before we touch a single button, you need to understand 2 numbers because every order you place is aimed at one of them. This is the bid. This is the highest price somebody is willing to pay for the stock right now. For this specific stock, the highest bid right now is $7.23. This is the ask. That is the lowest price somebody is willing to sell it to you for right now. The current ask on this stock is $7.25. The gap between these two numbers is called the spread. When you want to buy right now, you have to pay the ask. When you want to sell right now, you have to accept the bid. On a low float stock that is running, that spread can sometimes get wide. If you are slow or if your order is aimed at the wrong number, you are going to eat the difference on the way in and again on the way out. That is the money that disappears before your idea ever gets a chance to be right or wrong. So everything I am about to show you comes down to one question. Am I aimed at the bid or am I aimed at the ask? And do I get there in one click or do I get there in 5? Now there are 4 order types you will use as a day trader. The first is limit order. In a limit order, you name your price. The order only fills at that price or better. You control the price. You do not control whether it fills. If the stock runs away from you, you sit there with nothing. To give you an example, XPON is currently trading at $7.35. I come over here to Classic Trade. For side, I put buy. Order type limit, and here for this example I'm going to go in with a $10 position size. For my limit price, I'm going to set that at $6.46 below the current price. For time in force, I'll use day. Trading hours includes extended hours, and then I'm going to come down here and put buy XPON. Here it's going to ask me if I'm sure. Click on the buy button here, and now you'll see I have a limit order at $6.46. However, you can see that I am not currently filled. It says 0 out of 1 right here on the chart, which means I have an order for 1 share of XPON. However, I am not filled in that position yet. And if this price does not come down to $6.46, then my order will not get filled. To cancel this limit order, I can hover my mouse over the bar on my chart, hit the X button. It will ask me if I am sure, and I click on OK. And now my limit order is completely canceled. Next is market order. You take whatever price is available right now. You control the fill. You do not control the price. On a fast mover with a wide spread, that price can be worse than what you saw on the screen. Here's an example. Right now, XPON is currently trading around $7.41. Come over here to Classic Trade. Side is going to be buy, and instead of limit order, I'm going to click on market. You may notice that it does not ask me to put in a limit price here. For this example, we'll use $10, time in forces day, come down here and click on buy XPON, confirm. And now you'll see that I'm currently in a trade on XPON, and it filled me at the best possible price at $7.38. For a market order, you will get filled almost immediately as long as you are within market hours from 9:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. EST. So for a limit order, we control the price, we do not control the fill. For a market order, we do not control the price, but we do control the fill, and we can get filled immediately. To exit out of this position, I can come over here to Classic Trade, go to sell, market, then come down to percentage and type in 100%. That will tell Webull that I want to sell 100% of this position. Come down here and click on sell, confirm the order, and now you can see I am completely out of the XPON position. If you are within market hours from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. EST and you would like to enter the stock immediately, you will use a buy market order. If you would like to get into a stock, but you would like it at a lower price than where it is currently trading, you will put a buy limit order so you can get that at a lower price. Order 3 is a stop loss. This is the order that gets you out of the trade if it goes against you. Pro tip is to set this stop loss before you are in the trade, because after you are in a trade, your judgment is worse. The stop is where you accept you are wrong. It is going to hit. Trading is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, because 30 to 40% of the time, even if you are a good trader, you will be wrong. It hits on plenty of my trades, and I post those videos too. If you are only ever shown the trades that worked, you are being shown a highlight reel, not a real system. If you are in market hours between 9:30 a.m. till 4 p.m., come over here to buy, go to market, set your dollar amount. For this example, we'll do $10, and then down here you have an option to turn on a stop loss. For this example, we'll put a stop loss of $6.24. The price is currently trading at $6.94. Click on buy XPON, confirm the order, and now you'll see that I'm in a position. I got filled at $6.95 and my stop loss is at $6.24. If this stock comes down to $6.24, it will automatically sell me at a market order. As a day trader for over 6 years, I always have a stop loss set way before I enter the trade, because I've backtested over 4,100 small cap trades, and I always know the best place to put my stop loss. To cancel my stop loss, I can hover my mouse over the stop, click on the X button and click confirm. And now I am in this trade with no stop loss and I am not protected to the downside. So if this stock was to fall 30% on the next candle, I would not have a stop loss to protect me to the downside. An easy way to do that is to come over to Turbo Trader, right click and go to Turbo Trader settings and make sure buy at market is turned on. For order type, put market, quantity will be whatever dollar position you go into each trade with and click on done. Once that is set, go to buy at market and then from there, put in stop loss, and now you can set your stop loss by a percentage. So in this example, we'll do a 15% stop loss. I will click buy at market, and now it automatically puts my stop loss 15% below where I got filled. I got filled at 713, stop loss is at 606. And as another pro tip, you always want to double check where your stop loss is placed. An easy way to do that is to come up here and click on the drawings icon. Go down here, go to the drop down menu, click on rectangle, go to your chart and go to the price where you got filled at 713 and do one click and then drag your mouse down to the price of your stop loss. From there, right here, you'll be able to see the percentage of where your stop loss is at. Mine is currently at 14.91%. If I wanted it to be a perfect 15% and adjust my stop loss, I can do that by clicking on my stop loss and dragging that down to the next available price at 603. It's going to ask me to confirm. I hit OK, and now it has adjusted my stop loss down to 603 instead of 606. And for whatever reason, if you don't see your stop loss or take profit underneath Turbo Trader, right click, go to Turbo Trader settings, and on the pop-up on the left-hand side, scroll down to where it says order settings. Underneath order settings, make sure sub orders has a blue check mark beside it, click on done. After that, stop loss and take profit should appear. Now here's the part where most people mess up. I am in this trade at $7.13 and I'm currently up 20 cents. If I would like to sell this position right now with a stop loss, you would think that I could just come over here and hit the sell at market button. If I click on sell at market right now, then this pop-up will appear. This order cannot be entered because it will reverse an existing position. You may need to close an open position or cancel an open order before you can submit this order. It will not allow me to exit out of this position until I cancel my stop loss. And this is where most traders panic. An easy way to completely avoid this is to come over to Turbo Trader, right click and go to the settings. On the left hand side, scroll all the way down and make sure there's a blue check mark by flatten. Click done. Over here on the right hand side, if you hover your mouse over flatten, the flatten button will cancel all open orders on this stock and close your open positions in a single click. So instead of clicking on sell market, I'm going to click on flatten and you'll see that it canceled my stop loss first and then it completely exited me out of this position. And as another pro tip, the flatten button will only work during market hours, which is from 9:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. EST. If you try to use it in pre-market or in after hours, it will not exit you out of your position. We're going to go over how to do that here in just a minute. Order number 4 is take profit. This is the order that gets you out when the trade works. Same rule, you want to set this before you are in the trade. The limit and market decide how you get in. The stop loss and take profit decide how you get out. Every single trade needs all 4 decisions before you click anything. To give you an example, if I come over here to classic trade and go to buy market, in this example, we'll do a $10 position, turn off stop loss, we'll turn on take profit. And right now the stock is currently trading at 728. I will put take profit at 726. Come down here and click on the buy button, confirm the order. And now you'll see that it filled me right here at 725 and my target is 762. If the stock was to shoot up to 762, it will automatically sell me as a limit order at that price. And since I am in market hours, to completely cancel that, now all I have to do is come down here and click on flatten. And now I am completely out of this position. As a pro tip, if you're following along and you're subscribed to the channel and you're going to watch my strategy videos next, you'll notice I do not put in a dollar amount for my stop loss and take profit. Instead, I use percentage. And here's exactly how you do that. Go over to Turbo Trader, turn on take profit, and in the bottom right, you'll have the option to toggle between percentage and dollars. I use percentage, and for most of my take profits, they're anywhere from 10 to 15%. So if I wanted to enter this trade right now with a 15% take profit, I'm going to do this example with a $10 position, click on buy, and then now it set my take profit at $8.58. To double check that, go up to the pencil icon drawings, click on the drop down menu, click on rectangle, and just simply measure that out from where you got entered, and you'll see that it's right there at 15.1 position almost perfect. If I want to adjust that at all and break it down a little bit lower to $8.53, I can do that by dragging the take profit down, hitting confirm, and then now my take profit is set at $8.53. And if I want to completely exit out of this position right now, I can come over here to flatten, click on flatten, and now it cancels my take profit and exits me out of the position at the current market price. Now let's talk about pre-market. Pre-market has its own set of rules and it constantly trips up new traders. Rule number one is pre-market is limit orders only. You cannot send a market order before the open. If you try, it will not go through. So in pre-market, you are naming your price on every single order. Rule two, stop loss and take profit is not allowed. Now this is the one that gets most people. If you buy something at 7 a.m. and you think you have a stop loss protecting you to the downside, you do not. In pre-market hours from 4 a.m. EST to 9:30 a.m. EST, you are the stop loss and you are the take profit. If you enter into a position, you should be watching it manually. So if you are going to be trading pre-market, you have to be at the screen and you have to know how you're getting out before you get in. Rule 3, and here's how you actually get out in pre-market with one click of a button: sell at bid. One button. And it's the button I had you set up earlier in this video. Now remember what the bid is. It is the highest price somebody is willing to pay for this stock right now. When you hit sell at bid, you are sending a limit order at the price where somebody is already willing to pay for this stock. And that is why it feels almost immediately. That is your pre-market exit. Not a market order because you can't use one. Not typing a price in manually because most times you don't have time. It's only one button and aimed at the bid. Now let's walk through a live example. If we were in pre-market hours and I click the buy at market button on Turbo Trader, my order would not go through. So a rookie would go over to classic trade. They would go to side, buy, order type limit, struggle to put the limit price in. It's currently trading at 720. I type in 720. I have to turn off my take profit and stop loss because I can't use those in pre-market or after hours. I have to make sure I turn on extended hours. Then I have to hit the buy button and then I have to hit confirm. As you can see, that is a lot of clicks. And if a stock is moving fast, a lot of times the price that you put in here, it may be trading way above that when you go to enter. Instead, this is how a pro would do it. You would come over here to Turbo Trader and all you got to do is click on the buy at ask button and make sure you have stop loss and take profit turned off because you cannot use those in pre-market. So I'll give you a quick example. In this example, we'll do a $10 position. I click on buy at ask. It's going to submit my order and you can see I almost get filled immediately here at $7.14. To exit out of this position, since I'm in market hours, I would typically hit the flatten button. However, for this example, let's pretend that we are in pre-market hours and I cannot hit flatten and I cannot hit the sell at market button. Instead, what I want to do is turn off my quantity settings, come over here to sell at bid. And like I had you do earlier in this video, my sell at bid by default is set to sell 100% of my position. Now I click on sell at bid and it automatically sells my order at the current bid. Now remember earlier in the video when I was telling you about the spread, and the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask. The big downside of selling at the bid is sometimes on these small cap stocks, there can be a big difference between the bid and where the price is currently trading. Right now, the bid is at 722 and the ask is 730. That is a 9-cent spread. So I miss out on 9 cents per share by selling on the bid. And here's exactly how you can avoid that. Let's say I get into a stock in pre-market and I click on buy at ask. So we'll give you an example here. I buy $10 at the ask. I get filled at $7.27. Now let's say I am green in this position and I know based on the strategy that I've back tested that the best take profit is 15% from where I entered. The way I do that is come over here to your pencil icon, go to drawings, go to your drop down menu, click on rectangle, and then measure out from where you entered to where a 15% take profit would be. That's gonna be roughly around $8.35. Now, as the stock is moving up here, if it hits $8.35 and I hit the sell at bid button over here, there may be a 5 to 10 cent spread between the bid and the ask. So instead of getting my full fill at $8.35, I might get filled at $8.29 or even worse at $8.27 and I won't get the full 15%. And here's exactly how I avoid that. I come over here to classic trade on side, I click sell. I go to limit order because you can only use limit orders in pre-market. For quantity settings, I go to percentage and type in 100% because I wanted to sell 100% of my position. And for limit price, I'm going to type in $8.35 because that would reflect a full 15% take profit for this strategy. I'm going to scroll down, click on sell XPON, click on confirm, And now I have a sell limit order at $8.35. And that order will not get filled unless the stock price goes up to $8.35. But here's a pro tip. I only do this when I'm green in the position. So right now, I'm currently red in this position. Where most traders mess up is if they wanted to exit this stock right now, they would try to come over and click on the sell at bid button. And if you do, again, you're going to get this error that says this order cannot be entered because it will reverse an existing position. You may need to close an open position or cancel an open order before you can submit this order. So if this stock starts moving down fast and it gets down here to where I would like to sell at 616 and I try to click sell at bid, that's going to pop up. Most traders panic. And now before they know it, they're down 20, 25, 30% because these small cap stocks can move very fast. And the hard part about this is that I can't use the flatten button because we are currently in pre-market. So what I need to do is not panic and go up here and cancel my sell limit order at $8.35. I do that by hovering my mouse over that sell order, clicking X. This is going to pop up. I click OK, and that's going to cancel my order. Now, if I come over here to Turbo Trader and hit the sell at bid button, it's going to sell my order at the bid. So if I am green in the position, I go over to Classic Trade and set my sell limit order at where I would like to take profit. If I am down in the position, I cancel that sell limit order, or I don't even set one at all, and my finger is on the trigger of the sell at bid button. And if it comes down to the price where I would like to sell at and accept my loss, I will click on the sell at bid button. Now, once the bell rings at 9:30, the rules change and you get your full toolkit back. Buy at market, this is what I use after the open. Market orders are live now, and on the top gainers list, if you're trading a stock with high volume, you want the field typically more than you want the exact price. So there's two ways to do this. The rookie way is to go to Classic Trade, side, buy, market, here type in your dollar amount, turn on your stop loss and take profit. You can't do percentage here on Classic Trade, click on the buy button. The professional way to do this is to come over to Turbo Trader. Buy market button is already there with your default setting. If you need to override your default setting and go in with a smaller amount, you can turn on quantity settings. If you don't see quantity settings, right click Turbo Trader, go to Turbo Trader settings, and on the left hand side, you should see an option that says quantity. Apply to all Turbo Trader widgets, turn on yes, and then for quantity settings, you can set this to whatever dollar amount. It's currently set to 10 because I just changed it. Click on done. Now you should see the option for quantity settings. This allows you to change your default settings with one click of a button. It is currently after 4 p.m. EST and we are in after market hours, so right now I cannot use a buy at market order. If I click on buy at market right now, this pops up. Only limit orders are supported for extended hours trading. Please consider placing a limit order to trade during extended hours. If I was in market hours from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., it would automatically fill my order. Now here's an important pro tip. Remember, this quantity settings, if you have a blue check mark beside it, it will override your default settings, which is not good if you are looking to exit out of your position because the default settings for sell at market should be 100%. If you have quantity settings turned on, it will only try to sell whatever dollar amount you have right here. So let's say you go into a position with $10. You're down 15% on that trade. You can no longer sell $10 worth of that position because you're down and you no longer have $10 of that stock. So Webull will give you another pop-up with an error message. Don't panic. Go over to quantity settings, turn that off, hover your mouse over sell market. You should see 100% quantity and click on sell market. And that's how you can easily exit out of a position. But here is another pro tip. You should be backtesting all your strategies, or if you're following along on this channel and you're subscribed, following some of the setups that I recommend here. And what I always do is go on with a group order. So during market hours, I come down here, turn on stop loss, turn on take profit, and my stop loss and take profit is determined by all the data that I've collected over the past 15 months. I can adjust my stop loss here, adjust my take profit here, and click on that, and it's automatically going to set a take profit and a stop loss for me. And that is the whole execution side of Webull desktop. There are traders who put together a good day or a good week or even a good month, and then they hand it all back to the market, and they think the answer is a better setup or a better indicator. And after training thousands of students over the past 6 years, a lot of times the answer is just having better execution. Go through, set everything up, fix this first. It costs you nothing, and it'll take you about an hour. If you want your Webull desktop app set up exactly like mine, here's a quick video of me setting it up with one of my one-on-one students. And if you already have that set up, here's one of the setups that I look for daily after backtesting over 4,100 setups. This strategy currently has a 69% win rate. And if you are trading your own account and you want one-on-one calls with me so I can help you set all of this up and start live trading with you every single day and show you all the backtested data that I've collected over the past 15 months, you can click that link down below to learn more about one-on-one training. See you in the next video.